Straight ahead, a 12 News special, Project Parks. We love to enjoy the great outdoors, and why not, with some of the best parks and trails in the country.
We're kind of preserving the natural part of Plymouth, and we want kids to get out and be one with nature and enjoy.
From brand new parks to park improvements and ways you can help decide the future of parks.
It's fun to be right near the city, but then also just have this nature.
Project Parks, next on 12 News.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us for Project Parks, a look at the changes and planning going on in many Northwest Metro parks.
We start in Plymouth, where a project more than 15 years in the making is beginning. In 2006, voters approved a $9 million referendum so Plymouth could acquire land for a Northwest Greenway.
It is a way to preserve nature while the city grows up around it. It's hard to put a price tag on the value of nature. The open space that allows the chance to bike or run, for example, on the Loose Line State Trail.
We really have something that will go out into the future and will benefit our community for many years to come.
In Northwest Plymouth, 350 acres of land will become the Northwest Greenway, with its first trail to be built this year.
We would anticipate doing multiple trails. Some people like to be out more in the prairie area. Some people like to be in a wooded area.
The Northwest Greenway corridor spans 2 miles in length from Lake Camelot on the east to Peony Lane and Wayzata High School on the west. Plymouth has actively acquired pockets of land for the Greenway thanks to residents' approval of a $9 million referendum in 2006. As new homes quickly settle into the landscape, the Greenway was the vision of city leaders years ago to protect and preserve some open space before it was gobbled up with development. Think Central Park in New York City.
Somebody a long time ago set aside that piece of property, which is invaluable, and you would never get that back. And that's like Plymouth. If this was all developed, there's no way we'd ever get this back.
It's going to be usable by all the community.
Over the next 5 years, trails will be built, including one that connects to Medicine Lake Regional Trail and another built around the Elm Creek wetland.
One of the important things is that we're kind of preserving the natural part of Plymouth, and we want kids to get out and be one with nature and enjoy.
The preservation of open space with the Northwest Greenway means for generations to come, the opportunity to enjoy nature is afforded to all. A new park in Maple Grove is also taking shape.
As Eric Nelson reports, officials hope it'll be a destination park that will draw from a growing nearby neighborhood and beyond.
Central Park is still a work in progress.
We're in the heat of construction. We've got some goals that we're trying to meet.
Construction crews are busy shaping and molding, while landscapers are busy planting and sprucing. When finished, the park will be a Maple Grove crown jewel and continue the positive branding of the city.
This Arbor Lakes area is really has all of those components of, a place to work, a place to shop, and a place to recreate.
The footprint of Central Park is over 40 acres, and the current price tab is running at $16 million. Central Park will be multi-seasonal and multi-dimensional.
Central Park is very unique.
Some of the cool features include a splash pad, 8-zone play area for kids, a huge green space, running and walking areas, and an ice trail.
It'll be jammed up. I really think it will.
This frozen ribbon will loop through the park and be open all winter. Thanks to a cooling system and Zamboni, the ice will always be smooth.
We really think it's kind of going to be a date night thing. People will come and have dinner downtown and then go for a skate afterwards.
Central Park is smack dab in the middle of a building boom. It's close to growing neighborhoods expected to reach a population of 4,000.
You've got lots of residents that live right at its front door, have total access to the facilities, and we really think it's going to be popular.
Maple Grove Park Superintendent Chuck Stifter has been a part of this project since the blueprint stage. He is excited about Central Park's ability to handle multiple events at one time.
It's really designed with a lot of different rooms, so you can have a private rental in one part of the park, and it's separated and isolated from a community activity that might be going on.
In Maple Grove, I'm Eric Nelson, Channel 12 News.
In Brooklyn Center, the Memorial Amphitheater opens this summer. Workers have been building the outdoor stage in Centennial Park since April. It's a $500,000 project with $350,000 coming through private donations. It'll be a place for concerts, plays, and veterans memorial activities. Plans started in 2011 as a way to observe Brooklyn Center's centennial.
In Plymouth, workers have put the finishing touches on improvements at the Hildy Performance Center. One big change is a new main entrance to the park on Plymouth Avenue. The $1.4 million project also adds extra restrooms and a pond plaza feature, which includes additional seating. A Veterans Memorial is another addition to the Hildy Performance Center. It was dedicated in June with a 3-volley salute followed by taps from a color guard. The memorial is made from Minnesota black granite, representing permanent respect for those who served in the armed forces. It carries dozens of names of veterans who served and sacrificed. Other park changes are in the planning stages.
Reporter Shannon Slatton explains how a new partnership could revamp the Brooklyn Park side of the Coon Rapids Dam Park.
The Coon Rapids Dam Park, nestled by the Mississippi River in Brooklyn Park, offers the best of two worlds.
It's fun to be right near the city, but then also just have this nature.
It's a popular spot for hikers and bikers.
I like the natural pieces.
Yeah.
The river and dam are undoubtedly the main attraction.
It's a great place to take your kids. The kids get to have a great time. It's awesome. It's how you get to enjoy Minnesota, right here on the river.
But there's also picnic areas and trails to explore.
It's pretty any time of the year, whether it's winter or spring or fall.
Aside from construction on the dam itself, much here hasn't been changed in decades.
We'd like it to be more a regional draw. I mean, you have the dam, you have the river, and really it's almost like a neighborhood park.
That could soon change as Brooklyn Park and Three Rivers Park work together to update the master plan.
This park is such a beautiful amenity to this whole entire region. We really want to go and highlight it and also really find out from the community what they would like to happen at this park.
So for the next year, planners will be gathering input from the community on what's next for Coon Rapids Dam Park.
You know, at the end of the day, we want something that celebrates nature.
Whether you have 5 seconds to spare or a longer time to give us more of your opinion, we want it and we need it, and this park desperately needs your attention too.
Park goers out on a sunny day
It's pretty fantastic the way it is.
say update what you must.
I hope a lot of this stays the same, especially on this side. I don't want it to be paved paths, anything like this. I like the natural look.
Yeah.
You know, it feels more comfortable and, you know, like it should be.
But let nature keep the starring role.
Don't tell too many people about this place because then everybody will come.
Yeah.
In Brooklyn Park, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
And you can weigh in on the future of the park by going to crd.mysidewalk.com. Well, changes are on the way for the 67 acres of parkland connecting Robbinsdale and Golden Valley.
The Three Rivers Park District has partnered with the two cities to bring outdoor education activities and other amenities to Sohaki Park. Delane Cleveland has more.
We're surrounded by trees and park and beautiful sky.
If you're a lover of nature,
We were excited when we heard Three Rivers was coming in.
this June evening was cause for joy.
This is very exciting for our community.
As dozens gathered for a party in Robbinsdale Sohaki Park for food,
There you go.
fun, and feather-covered friends.
On his beak, he has a kind of notch on it, and he uses that to break the necks of his prey.
They're here to celebrate a partnership between the Three Rivers Park District, Robbinsdale, and Golden Valley.
Together, we're going to make this a nature experience for residents of the inner ring suburbs.
The partnership combines 3 parks spanning 2 cities and merges them into one supersized Sohaki Park.
Usually whatever the Three Rivers Park District touches turns to gold. I mean, they have fantastic programs. They have great educational activities for families.
At this big kickoff event,
This is a corn snake. They live in southern Minnesota.
Three Rivers showcased some of those educational activities to let parkgoers know what to expect in the coming years.
Oh, you're so brave.
Much to the delight of people gathered here.
I mean, we love to do all that. They both love the animals that are here tonight, and I think they'd love to do stuff like that.
Nature activities aside, Three Rivers has plans to pave trails in the park later this year, build a small dog park in 2016, and do even more by the end of the decade.
We've got money set aside in our comprehensive plan for the next 5 years to add investments here within the Sohaki Park.
Investments that will make this wilderness in the city an even more appealing destination for people in the inner ring suburbs.
Having something closer to home is always an advantage.
In Robbinsdale, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
The 67-acre Sohaki Park is the first inner ring park in the Three Rivers Park system. Any future changes will depend on public inputs. Coming up, preserving park history.
And making new trail connections. We'll take a look when Project Parks continues. In New Hope, Mayor Kathy Hempkin cut the ribbon on a newly renovated park in May. Little Acre Park on Zeeland Avenue had the oldest play equipment in the city. The city finished the $175,000 project this spring. And Osseo is working to enlarge and improve its park in the center of town. Boar Boom Veterans Park, right across from City Hall, may nearly double in size and add play equipment. This summer, there will be more places to run, walk, and bike.
As Sonia Goins reports, the Three Rivers Park District is busy connecting trails.
Minnesotans love to enjoy the great outdoors, and who can blame them? We have some of the best parks and trails in the country.
I like the trail because you can take walks all around, relax, and ride your bike around.
Maddie and others will soon have more trails to hit in Robbinsdale. Right now, Three Rivers Park crews are working on the Crystal Lake Regional Trail.
I think I just like how connected it is.
The trail's signature piece is this large boardwalk around Crystal Lake.
It looks fabulous. And then with that new boardwalk, it's going to be kind of cool.
Crews are also busy moving dirt along 45th and Regent as they enhance the Twin Lakes Regional Trail.
So right here, from Robbinsdale through Brooklyn Center to the Mississippi River, that's the Twin Lakes Regional Trail.
As you can see, the regional park plan is a huge undertaking.
And then this orange color are projects that are already under construction this year or in the next coming years.
After 30 years in the making, the Medicine Lake Regional Trail in Plymouth is almost complete. Crews are closing the remaining gap along County Road 47.
You'll be able to get from the Loose Line Regional Trail to French Regional Park, up to Fish Lake Regional Park, and all the way beyond to Elm Creek Park Reserve.
Now the plan is to have 400 miles of regional trails. So far, about 140 miles are complete. The goal is to link the trails to make it more convenient for people to get out to run, walk, or bike.
It's really nice to just get out, and it's close to home too, so it's easy to just get out and go for a walk.
Park officials hope the trails will encourage more folks to get out and enjoy the very best of Minnesota.
Looking at the sunset and the lake, it's just relaxing.
Out on the trails, Sonia Goins, 12 News.
Still ahead, a park that encourages kids to connect with the wilderness.
We will show you how changes are helping kids get back to nature.
In Robbinsdale, one group is out to preserve history and restore a rundown park that was once a destination spot.
Kent Brunn and the Robbinsdale Lions Club are on a mission. Their vision is to turn Grazier Park into the suburban oasis it used to be. Brunn and other Grazier fans are passionate about this park. Decades ago, it was a popular roadside stop along Highway 100. They're trying to convince people that this slice of history is worth preserving.
People from all over would come here specifically for this park, just to have a Sunday afternoon picnic. So many steps, so many details that need to be worked on. And we just haven't scratched the surface yet.
Grazier Park is currently owned by MnDOT. There's a push to introduce more suburban kids to nature.
Shannon Slatton shows us how one park in Brooklyn Park is changing to encourage kids to get out in the woods.
Every summer, camp counselors here at Willowstone Park have a headache, finding enough activities to do with the kids in the shade. This year, there's a simple solution. If you want to find shade, you go to where the trees are.
We met with our forestry crew yesterday, and they got all excited about it.
Here, crews are taking down dead trees and using the chips to create paths for gathering spaces.
We're going to create a couple of different pockets to which kids can gather.
It will be what Park Director Jody Youngers calls a nature play area.
It's not going to be a sanitized environment for play.
Instead of playing on a ball field or playground, suburban kids can play somewhere they don't usually get to, in the woods.
What kids can do is they can just start building teepees and forts and lean against. And there's a real science to this. They have to learn how to lean and support.
It's something that I've been dreaming about for a long time.
Jen Gillard, who plans Camp Willowstone, says when kids show up, they have no idea what's coming.
This is a space that we do come to, but now it's going to be, we're able to be more intentional about it. We'll have places to sit and places to build forts, places to read, places to play all the games that we like to play. I think Capture the Flag just got real.
The area will not only give day campers shade from the hot summer heat, but hopefully will ignite something else.
There's a philosophy that says you only protect what you love. And in our community, there's not a lot of natural areas, and if our kids don't engage with nature, they won't have a love and affinity for it.
In Brooklyn Park, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Still ahead, the place in Crystal where nature and sport come together.
We will take you to the park where there's reason for added excitement.
Well, finally, one of today's fastest growing sports is getting a big boost.
Bassett Creek Park in Crystal is the home of a popular disc golf course. As photojournalist Dustin Scholl shows us, there's excitement about a new expansion.
This is a good course. I've been to a lot around Minnesota, and this is one of the best.
And it's also nice the way it wraps around the park. You actually see a little more than just a Frisbee golf course when you play it. You get a lot of everything in with this park. The water doesn't really interrupt the play, but it's part of the scene.
I love the course. We'll play, man, not to lie, every other day.
Disc golf has really exploded. I started doing disc golf leagues 22 years ago, and Bassett Creek was among my 3 that I was doing at that time. Let's go ahead and let's fill this all the way up to the brim. And what we're doing right now is we've worked with the Bassett Creek Advisory Board to put the disc golf course up to 15. The ultimate goal is to get it to be 18 disc golf baskets out here. Last year and this year, we've been taking an extra $1 per person, and they freely give it to us because they want the improvements. They see the action going on. They want to be part of it. We're done doing any saw work right now.
I think it's really great that they're wanting to put work into it and getting donations from the community in both like time and money.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
To keep what we have going and expand a little bit.
This is our brand new hole 3, and we're shooting from the far side, coming back to the basket here.
As far as I've seen, everybody's liking what they're seeing.
I'm excited about it for sure.
Definitely excited to see more expansions, more holes added to this park. It's awesome.
The players are going to be looking straight down the runway and taking a shot straight ahead and try to make sure they avoid the trees.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the course develop, and I think everybody else who plays out here would love to see 18 help the disc golf community and the community as a whole.
Thanks so much for joining us for Project Parks.
We hope you make time to explore one soon.